ครับสวัสดีครับทุกท่านได้เข้ามาสู่งาน TFMA Talk นะครับวันนี้ก็เป็นงานที่จัดขึ้นโดยสมาคมวิชาชีพการบริหารทรัพยากรอาคารนะครับหรือว่า Thailand Facility Management Association นะครับก่อนอื่นแนะนำตัวนิดนึงผมชื่อกิติคุณคชเสนีนะครับเป็นอุปนายกสมาคมแล้วก็เป็นกรรมการฝ่ายประชาสัมพันธ์วันนี้ทำหน้าที่เป็นผู้ดำเนินรายการนะครับก็สำหรับใครที่ยังไม่เคยเห็นผลงานของสมาคมหรือว่ายังไม่ได้เป็นสมาชิกเพจของสมาคมนะครับสามารถเข้าไปคลิกได้นะครับในลิงก์นะครับที่ให้ไว้ในแชทบ็อกซ์นะครับหรือว่าถ้าท่านที่ดูรีรันเนี่ยนะครับก็จะอยู่ในคอมเมนต์นะครับแล้วก็ยังมี2ลิงก์ครับที่เกี่ยวกับความรู้ดีๆครับก็เป็นห้องสนทนาที่มีชื่อว่าปันความรู้ทรัพยากรอาคารคอนโดโรงงานอสังหาและเมืองหรือว่า Facility Republic นะครับอันนี้ก็เป็นห้องสนทนาที่สร้างขึ้นมาเพื่อให้เป็น Omni Channel มีหลายๆทางนะครับทุกคนสามารถที่จะพูดคุยแล้วก็แชร์ข้อมูลกันได้นะครับไม่ใช่เป็น one way communication เหมือนกับทางเพจของทางสมาคมนะครับแล้วก็มีช่องทางหนึ่งก็คือ YouTube ของ Facility Republic เหมือนกันนะครับก็เป็นช่องทางที่เก็บสัมมนาดีๆครับของทางสมาคมนะครับแล้วก็ YouTube ที่ผมทำขึ้นมานะครับก็เก็บไว้ที่เดียวกันด้วยนะครับก็ทั้ง3ช่องทางเนี่ยสามารถเข้าไปคลิกนะครับแล้วก็ subscribe เป็น member เป็น follow ได้ฟรีนะครับไม่มีค่าใช้จ่ายนะครับก็ก่อนอื่นนะครับต้องบอกว่าจุดมุ่งหมายของ TFMA Talk นี่ก็คือการจุดประกายความคิดการตระหนักรู้นะครับเพื่อการแก้ไขและก็การลงมือทำนะครับเพื่อให้อาคารเนี่ยมีคุณภาพที่ดีมีประสิทธิภาพและมีความปลอดภัยต่อผู้ใช้และไม่เบียดเบียนสิ่งแวดล้อมนะครับถ้าทุกคนฟังรายการนี้แล้วตื่นรู้เพื่อรับรู้ปรับปรุงสิ่งต่างๆรอบตัวนะครับและทำให้ดีขึ้นเนี่ยก็ถือว่าการจัดสัมมนาครั้งนี้ก็ประสบความสำเร็จนะครับก่อนที่สัมมนาจะจัดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษอย่างที่ได้แจ้งไปนะครับเพราะว่าเกสเราเป็นคนต่างชาตินะครับก็มีเรื่องที่อยากจะให้ชี้แจงนะครับเป็นภาษาไทยก่อนนะครับก็จะเป็นการขอความร่วมมือนะครับจากหลายส่วนงานโดยเฉพาะหน่วยงานที่รับรองมาตรฐานหรือว่า ISO ที่มีชื่อเรียกกันว่า Certified Body นะครับก็เป็นเรื่องของการแปลความหมายนะครับของคำว่า Facility Management ซึ่งยังมีความแตกต่างกันนะครับยังมีความไม่ตรงกันอยู่มากนะครับแล้วก็ซ้ำร้ายที่สุดก็คือเป็นการเปิด translator ขึ้นมาโดยที่แปลคำว่า facility management เนี่ยโดยที่ไม่ได้ดูบริบทของสิ่งรอบข้างนะครับ facility โดยตัวมันเองเนี่ยเป็นได้ทั้งกรรมและเป็นได้ทั้งประธานนะครับถ้าเป็นกรรมเนี่ยมันจะแปลว่าถ้าเปิดตาม Google Translation นะครับเมื่อเช้านี้นะครับผมได้เปิดดูเนี่ยมันแปลว่าสิ่งอำนวยความสะดวกนะครับซึ่งเป็นสิ่งที่ถูกกระทำนะครับแต่ถ้ามันเป็นทำหน้าที่เป็นนามหรือประธานของประโยคเนี่ย facility เนี่ยมันกลับมีความหมายเพิ่มขึ้นนะครับมันแปลว่าอาคารหรือสถานที่หรือว่าถ้าแปลในแง่ของศาสตร์มันจะแปลว่าการบริหารจัดการหรือว่าการบริหารทรัพยากรอาคารนะครับนั่นคือความหมายเดียวที่เป็นที่ยอมรับกันนะว่า facility management คือการบริหารหรือการจัดการทรัพยากรอาคารนะครับTFMAเรานะครับ Thailand Facility Management Association เนี่ยได้ทุ่มเทสร้างความเข้าใจคำนิยามคำนี้ครับคำว่า Facility Management ให้เท่ากับคำว่าการบริหารทรัพยากรอาคารเนี่ยกว่า10 ปีนะครับจนทำให้คำแปลคำว่า Facility Management เนี่ยเป็นที่รู้จักกันในสังคมโดยทั่วไปนะครับไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องของส่วนสถาบันการศึกษานะครับไม่ว่าจะในระดับปริญญาตรีหรือปริญญาโทเนี่ยที่เปิดสอนทางด้าน Facility Management ก็ใช้คำว่าวิชาการบริหารทรัพยากรอาคารนะครับหรือว่าหน่วยงานต่างๆนะครับทั้งองค์กรเล็กกลางใหญ่เนี่ยต่างก็มีการจัดตั้งแผนกหรือฝ่ายนะครับมีการเปลี่ยนชื่อกันนะครับว่าเป็นแผนกหรือฝ่ายการบริหารทรัพยากรอาคารหรือแผนกบริหารอาคารนะครับแทบทั้งสิ้นเลยนะครับส่วนของวิชาชีพเองนะครับตัวบุคลากรที่ทำงานในด้านนี้เนี่ยไม่ว่าจะเป็นในแง่ของคนที่ทำงานหรือว่าคนที่จ้างงานหรือฝั่งของ HR หรือฝั่งของ Recruiter นะครับทุกคนเนี่ยจะเข้าใจหรือว่าคนที่ทำงานในสายงานวิชาชีพเนี่ย จะใช้คำว่าผู้จัดการทรัพยากรอาคารหรือผู้จัดการอาคารด้วยกันทั้งนั้นนะครับแล้วก็ในแง่ศาสตร์เนี่ยจึงต้องบอกว่า facility management เนี่ยแปลอื่นไม่ได้ครับต้องแปลได้คำเดียวว่าเป็นการบริหารทรัพยากรอาคารเพียงเดียวเท่านั้นนะครับแต่อย่างไรก็ตามเนี่ยเราปรากฏว่าเราเห็นว่ามีสายงานมาตรฐานนะที่ยังไม่คุ้นเคยกับงานเหล่านี้นะครับแล้วก็ยังมีผู้แปลคำว่า facility management ว่าเป็นการจัดการสิ่งอำนวยความสะดวกนะครับทั้งนี้เนี่ยอยากจะกล่าวว่าเรากำลังด้อยค่าคำศาสตร์ของคำนั้นให้ผิดไปนะครับทั้งที่ facility เนี่ยคือสิ่งที่จะเป็นทั้งหมดทั้งมวลนะครับไม่เป็นเฉพาะเพียงแค่ระบบที่ติดตั้งเพื่ออำนวยความสะดวกแต่ facility ยังรวมถึงระบบสาธารณูปโภคที่จำเป็นนะครับน้ำไฟประปานะครับแอร์นะครับระบบโครงสร้างที่แข็งแรงมั่นคงนะครับระบบเทคโนโลยีที่ช่วยให้ผู้บริหารอาคารเนี่ยทำงานได้ดีขึ้นและระบบจัดการด้านความปลอดภัยอีกด้วยนะครับนี่ไม่รวมถึงเรื่องของระบบที่เป็นซอฟต์เซอร์วิสต่างๆนะครับที่ยังรวมอยู่ในศาสตร์การบริหารทรัพยากรอาคารนะครับทั้งนี้เนี่ยทุกคนเนี่ยคงเห็นด้วยกับผมนะครับว่าคงไม่มีสถาบันการศึกษาไหนเนี่ยจะยอมรับคณะสิ่งอำนวยความสะดวกนะครับหรือหน่วยงานในแผนกต่างๆเนี่ยเปลี่ยนชื่อเป็นแผนกหรือฝ่ายสิ่งอำนวยความสะดวกหรือการจ้างงานผู้จัดการสิ่งอำนวยความสะดวกนะครับหรือแม้แต่องค์กรของทิปมาเองก็คงยอมรับคำนี้ไม่ได้เหมือนกันว่าเป็นวิชาชีพการจัดการสิ่งอำนวยความสะดวกซึ่งนั่นคงเป็นได้ยากนะครับเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยเราจึงขอใช้โอกาสในที่นี้ครับขอให้ CB นะครับที่มานั่งฟังหรือได้ฟังย้อนหลังนะครับได้เข้าใจนะครับและปรับเปลี่ยนการแปลของท่านใหม่นะครับโดยให้เข้าใจบริบทโดยรอบของสังคมนะครับแล้วก็ไม่แปลตาม Google Translation นะครับให้แปลคำว่า Facility Management เป็นการจัดการทรัพยากรอาคารนะครับก็จึงขอใช้เวทีนี้แจ้งให้ทราบโดยทั่วกันนะครับในวันนี้ครับได้เวลาแล้วครับที่เราจะปรับภาษาการสัมมนาให้เป็นภาษาอังกฤษเพื่อต้อนรับผู้บรรยายของเรานะให้เป็นแขกต่างชาติได้เข้าใจด้วยนะครับ Now it's time to conduct the seminar in English and this seminar is called ISO41000 Series Facility Management System. Today is Tuesday, December 27th, 2022, and it's about 18 o'clock right now. And just remind you that we have 1.5 hours for seminar. 1 hour will be the question that I have prepared to ask. And we have about 20 minutes for the audience to ask any question that you like. And question, you can write it down in the chat box, okay? And that's including the question that's submitted during the pre-registration as well. Before we get into seminar, I'd like to show some of statistics from the great events which just passed. That is the World Cup Soccer in 2022 at Qatar recently. Here are the statistics. If we take a look at the statistics by individuals, the leading in goal, the best people who make the score is Mbappe from France. He make 8 score, okay? Leading assists, okay, is they have many people who help to pass the ball and then assist the ball to get a successful score. Those are Harry Kane from England, Lionel Messi from Argentina, Antoine Griezmann from France, and Ivan Perisic from Croatia. All of them make 3 score, 3 pass, you know. And then the leading in clearance, this is the defense. The guy from Morocco, named Roman Saiz, he can block the ball for 57 times. And leading in interception, they got 2 people, Luka Modric and Josko Gvardiol from Croatia. Both of them make 9 times. Leading in chance to create, Lionel Messi from Argentina, 17 times. Leading in dribble complete, which is carry the ball. This is Mbappe from France, 27 carry-ons. if we take a look at the team effort, leading in goal is France. They can make 18 score. Leading in shot on goal is Argentina's. They can make 49 times. Leading in pass completion is Argentina's for 3,649 times. Leading in interception, Argentina, 49 times. Leading in free kicks, also Argentina's 119 times. Leading in save from goal, this is a goalkeeper score, performance from Croatia, 24 times. And leading in clean sheet, this means the great defense strategies that the team lost no score, which is the Morocco, that they can do it 4 games. Okay, if you notice closely, the top score always fall into the top 4 country who went into the semi-final rounds. The statistics give us the idea that the great teams always have great number. We are not discussing about the soccer in this seminar, but please don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to make a point that every performance, which are the number of statistics, and the result of the qualities, which is the rank in the World Cup soccer, they are really related. Okay, so when you take a look at the Argentina's number, they're leading in many aspects. So it's implied that the great teams always depend on the great performance in every aspect. So managing facilities can be looking in the same way. We want to have the high qualities of product and service. So we expect the great performance of the resort that we have. The question is, how can we manage the facilities? We just cannot walk in the building to find out the performance when in many cases there are no show of activities like electrical, chiller, pump. They're running well, nothing to complain. Most of facilities equipments are running in the passive mode, which is very quiet. Okay, so if they are quiet, they are good. If they make some noise, some sound, some vibration, they become concerned. So how can we justify the quiet place that about to make noise? Is very difficult, isn't it? Today, ISO organization has created a management system called ISO41001 Facility Management System. The standard arrived in series in many documents. We are pleased that our guest speakers are the member of TC267, which is the group that formulate these standards. Our guest speaker is the one of the co-author of ISO 41001 version 2018. He's also the chair of NSC/25/Y07 or Access Facility Management Standard Committees under Department of Standard Malaysia. He's a Chief Executive Officer or CEO of Maxwell CFM International Malaysia. Please welcome Mr. Arivagara Pavithran Subramaniam, or called Pavi. Hi, Pavi.
Hi, Sawadi, Taksian.
Hey.
Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, you got it right. You got it right. Welcome to TFMA Talk. How are you?
Thank you, kid. Everything is fine here. It's past 8:20 right now here in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah. Dinner is done, so I'm happily waiting to engage with the audience today. One other thing that you forgot to mention about me, I mean, well done with the rest of it, that I'm an avid Thai food lover. I love Thai food. Yeah.
Okay.
So if anything can go wrong, that one, I'm actually learning how to make tom yum these days, tom yum goong.
Okay.
And few other dishes. So kind of like yeah, a big Thai food lover.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. It's good to know that. During introduction, I make a point of World Cup soccer. Do you have a chance to see the World Cup soccer?
Yes, occasional games, and you were spot on about quality, about consistency, about teamwork, which is everything that an organization should have. And most importantly, what I associate with football, any organization for that factor, is able to perform in a very structured manner. Everybody knows what they have to do.
Yeah.
You don't find defenders playing strikers trying to play defenders. So when people know how exactly what they are supposed to do, then an organization functions to the expectation and the result that you mentioned just now. So the standard is something like a management system in a football team.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's how we can make a very clear picture with a simple sample.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think people really like to hear more from you because this is your stage. So I will start to make a question. I'll give you a set question, and then at the end of the show, we also have the list of the question that the audience has asked you. Okay, so I will go by the first question first, the big question. I would like to ask you, what is the ISO 41000? Why is it so important to FM industry?
ISO 41000 Series, otherwise known as ISO 41000 Facilities Management Series, is a set of standards or guidance, technical reports developed specifically for facilities management organization. So when I say facility management organization, it is for the internal FM organization, which is usually based at the client side, and also the external FM organization, whom we occasionally see like companies like CBRE, OCS, JLL, which is the external FM organization. So the standard was developed specifically for these two types of organization. And why it was developed? Because both these organizations are dealing with contracts worth millions ringgit or dollars or bahts, name it. Yeah. Because of such amount of money is involved, therefore there's plenty of risk comes together. Yeah. So one of that for me, there's three most key factors risk that influences the FM organization. One is the expectation of the customer on quality, on how we manage various risks, name it financial risk, health and safety related risk. You're talking about human capital related risk, and also finally on performance, how this organization, this FM organization that we trust so much, and expect them to do all kind of things for us, are performing to the expectation. So this was the main reason behind why the standard was developed. And going back in history, the standard was mooted sometime in 2010, 2011. We have a guest. Yeah, 2010, 2011. So from there, a committee was set up in 2012. And that committee has grown into a large organization, nearly about 51 members. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that answers question one.
You are touching the good point that sometimes the client doesn't know what is a good a quality of the service itself. They cannot explain it, right? But they do that. They need something, but there's no particular framework that tell them that what is the good FM meanings. So basically, ISO 41001 actually give us a framework from both sides of view. What should be done correctly, and what is the minimum to do, like safety thing and a kind of a quality of service, something like that.
Yes. Yes.
Mm. Okay.
To add on to that, if you go to a doctor, just want to add a bit more thing into that. If you go to a doctor, you know the doctor has a standard. Yeah. You don't know anything on the medical, but you tell him, doctor, I have a pain over here, but I'm not sure. But the doctor knows how to diagnose that pain by asking you the right question for him to tell you exactly, kid, this is what you are suffering from. This is the medicine. Yeah. So the facilities manager is something like that. He should have the knowledge and treat the client like a patient and tell them, look, this is the solution that you need. So just want to add on to that, kid. Yeah.
Wow, that's a nice one. Okay. The next question is why is this standard was developed, and who were in the team of TC267? I know that you are in this team, and then this team has coming from people around the world. Can you give us like the behind the story, how they met, and then how long they're working as a team, things like that?
Yeah, sure. Let me just share with you a simple one of the slides from my previous presentations. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll go full screen here and move us to the side. Okay, this is basically. Okay, I hope you can see my full screen here. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, good. So why was it developed? I think I touched base the question accidentally earlier that FM organizations, dealing with contracts worth millions of dollars, ringgits, and bahts are well exposed to various risks. Okay, in the industry, the client organization, they look at the facility management like a backhand support, an office in the basement, they fix toilets, that's what they do. They do cleaning, okay, change a little bit of light bulbs. They never took facility management seriously. One, because the lack of understanding about FM, which is a core business enabler. Take away FM, a whole organization cannot move or cannot work in an organization. I'll give you a simple example. Who has the authority to switch on the power and to turn off the power in an organization or in a building? A certified electrical engineer or a technician. Yeah. Okay. If that person shuts down the electricity in a building, do you think anybody can turn on their computer and work? No. So this person is in charge, is responsible. He's there to ensure, together with his team, that power is provided in that building at all times. So the core business, the people working in the core business are able to turn on their computer, for example, do their daily activities, finish their task, reach their KPI, produce the services and the product they have to. So having this as a motivation in 2010, if I'm not mistaken, as mentioned earlier, some of my senior colleagues, people like Stan Mitchell, Duncan Waddell, they got together and decided that, okay, if we want to take this profession seriously, we have to come with a standard. But how? Because facility management is
multidisciplines, right?
It's a multidiscipline. Yes, that's the word. It's a multidiscipline function. How are we going to put this together? Then the team brought in expertise from various technical committees, consisting from asset management, from risk management, from ISO 9001 quality management system, environmental management, and various other representatives from the technical committee to put together and show them the whole big picture. This is how FM functions. Now, initially, the committee was about 15 people when it started, I believe. And in 2016, when I joined the committee, late 2015, there were only about 27 countries. So Malaysia was one of the 4 Asian countries and the very first country from Southeast Asia that was involved in the development of the standard, and you are seeing the person who's been there from very early days of developing the standard, me. So we had 27 people, and today that group has developed to 51 countries.
How many people inside the 267 right now?
Roughly, we have about 51 countries representative. We have about 65 people.
Okay.
Yeah, at the moment. Yeah. So these 65 people are in the main committee. Yeah, in the main committee, we have active 20. About 30 people active, and the rest are from the mirror committees. So these are the countries that, if you see in blue, okay, you see in blue, these are the countries that is now actively participating in the development of the standard. The one in kind of like orange, these are observing countries. So observing countries, they do not develop the standard. They become a third-party observer, no comments, just see them what's happening. Yeah. Okay. So Thailand joined in as a technical committee, I think about 2 years back, 1 or 2 years back. And we have representatives from Thailand in the technical committee. I've not met them yet. Hopefully I could meet them soon. But I'm aware that Thailand has his representatives in the 267, but they're just still very new people. Yeah. So this is the committee, okay, and I'm gonna point where I am. Okay, this is me. Yeah, this is me here. Okay, this is the founding member, Stan Mitchell. This is Duncan Waddle, who is the current chairperson. And a few other my colleagues from US, Australia, Canada, Netherlands, France. This is from Colombia. Yeah, so many countries we are here. And the last meeting, physical meeting we had, this was in St. Petersburg. Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah, St. Petersburg, Russia. Okay, so this is the core members of the team, and we are broken into or divided into small working groups, and the working groups are the one who is responsible in developing the standard at the end of the day. Yeah. So I think that answers question number 2.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Okay. The next question is, I think a lot of people ask me that who should have or use this standard. Like, they have all kind of business, and they're not quite sure if it is applicable for them to do. Let's give you some example. Like, if the hotel.
Sorry, kid, kind of like lost you. What was that?
Oh, okay. I'd like to ask you, like, if the business.
Oh yeah.
Like to ask you, like, if they are the hotel operation, can they apply the 41001 to their operation?
Oh yes. In fact, this standard is designed specifically for 2 organizations to adopt. One is the internal FM organization. Then the other one is an external FM organization, which is usually the IFM service provider. Okay. Right. When it comes to the internal FM organization, let's name it. You can apply it in a hospital. You can apply it in a university. You can apply it in a college. You can apply that in a shopping mall. You can even apply that in strata buildings or residentials. You can apply that in your government buildings. You can apply that in a zoo, space station. Yes. Aquarium, not the one at home, but it's a large scale aquarium. You can apply that.
Amusement park as well, right? Amusement park.
Yeah. Amusement park, ports, airports, anything that is built.
Seaport.
Airport, seaport, anything.
So maybe the transit terminal also can apply.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything is not limited. Now, where it might not be suitable to apply is probably in a power generation dam. Yeah. I'll tell you why. 2, let's say if it's a water treatment plant, okay, and 3, in a graveyard. Yeah, you can't apply that in a graveyard. Although there's a lot of people, but those are dead people, so we don't apply that. So facility management you apply in a business environment where there's a lot of people engagement inside there.
Right.
Because health and safety comes into a very crucial play when it involves a lot of stakeholders.
So they always come back to the 3 principle: place, process, and people. So
yes.
Anything that have that 3 elements inside always can apply to the standard.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this: what about the corporate? Like, they a corporate who is selling something, but they have office and they have the department of FM to support their internal office. Can they apply for ISO 41001?
Yes, for sure. For sure.
So that's an in-house, right?
Yes, it's an in-house FM organization. So the standard is not applied like 9001 throughout the organization. No, it's only applied for the FM organization.
It's only cut that piece.
Yes, only for that piece, how it should function. The reason why it was 9001 does not provide you a very clear definition of what is facility management. It opens up to interpretation. So when you open to interpretation, it creates a lot of ambiguity, otherwise uncertainty in the answer. Now, to give you an example, I like ice cream. Okay, Pavi likes ice cream. What ice cream do you like, Pavi? Oh, I like chocolate ice cream. Chocolate ice cream, nice. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate. So you do not have a very clear definition. But if you can describe Pavi likes dark chocolate of 70% cocoa, that is a very clear definition of what I like. So this is the difference between 9001 and 41000. So before this, a lot of people used 9000. I think it was fair enough at that point of time.
Right.
But now, because of 41000 is in the market, I think people should use the right tool for administrating or managing their facilities management department.
The project like a department store or the mixed use project or even the office buildings, they also can use 41000, right? It seems like very, very direct to this group as well.
Yeah. They can use that. In fact, they have to use that because they're dealing with people at the end of the day. They're dealing with clients, demanding clients. I want this, I want that, I want this. Expecting, managing expectation, managing with the budget that they provide you, the payment that they provide you, and you deliver the services to them to make them happy. So all this, if you do not do that in a very structured approach, there will be a lot of risk and gray areas, and that will contribute to dissatisfaction at the end of the day. Now, where else can they use? Let me surprise you. This standard can be used in a cruise ship. Have you heard about Queen Elizabeth, the big ship, Queen Elizabeth? Yep. Or Superstar Virgo that travels from Port Klang to Hat Yai, Hat Yai to Port Klang.
Okay.
Yes.
So
these are
the meaning of facility is not only focused on the building itself, but it can be any kind of facility that can touching people, right? That's
exactly. Because sometimes the building is owned by, say, Pavi, rented by Kit, probably utilized by Nantasak. Yeah. So it's a different situation here. Sometimes I'm the owner, I'm the user. Sometimes there's only 2 parties. I'm the owner, you are the one who leases the building, and you are the user of the building. So it all has that kind of engagement. So that's why facility management is not about fixing lights, fixing this, fixing that, repairing this. No, it's about what value can we provide to our client through the facility that we are engaging or managing. So that's facility management. It's people-centric.
That's going to lead us to the next question that I'm going to ask you. What is the benefit if the organization is using the ISO 41001?
Okay, so if you are using ISO 41001, again, I would like to stress you have a structured management system where you can benchmark performance between one site to the other site. People say, oh, we do benchmarking per square feet, cost per square feet. You can do that provided the size of each of the facility is exactly the same. Yeah? If it's exactly the same, then you can do the benchmarking based on cost. But what happens? You have multiple sites of different sizes, different business activities. So how do you benchmark each?
I like that.
Yeah. So
I'm going to give a sample as well. Like if the company have several building in their portfolio,
yeah,
they have
yes,
each of the building they have a manager to manage the building, and the building is some of them is new, some of them is old. How can you judge which one is better, right? So the people who get a new building maybe get advantage on it, but it doesn't mean that they are operating better than the other one.
Yes,
I think the standard is only one that say that which one is doing better.
Who is playing the game by the rules? Yeah. So the standard provides you an opportunity to clearly define who does what, and what are they responsible for, what they should deliver, how they should deliver, how they should manage expectations. So this provides this fundamental references for benchmarking. Yeah. So with that, you are clearly able to say the guy who's managing the old building is doing a better job than the guy with the new building, because the needs are different. The resources provided are different. Engagement with the service providers, technology suppliers, or clients, customers, whatever, it's all different. So we benchmark them based on their performance.
What about the other sides, like service provider? What are their benefits if they are certified by 41000?
If you are certified with ISO 41000, you demonstrate leadership in your own profession. You're taking your profession seriously. That's the reason why people want to have standard. If you're not serious about your business, if you're not serious about your profession, why should you have standard? You can do, I will follow Pavi's method today. Tomorrow I'll follow Kit's method. On the third day, maybe I'll follow Kritapa's method. So it changes every now and then. If you change every now and then, hi, he said something different yesterday. Hi, he's telling me something tomorrow.
Yeah, it's depend on who's the boss.
Who's the boss?
So
a new boss comes, the whole thing changes.
Yeah, that's true.
So that will confuse the client. But if you have standard, no matter who the boss comes in, who the people change and go and come, your service delivery expectation, it's still at 100%. So that is why we have standard. Yeah.
Just like the factories who have 9001. So
exactly.
No matter who's going to be the MD of the company or CEO or the plants managers, they always the quality standard always coming with the same thing.
It's the same thing. It doesn't change.
So it's the same ideal on the facility management system.
Yes.
So they have some certain way to look at things, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Hey, I'm going to ask you the next question. We named this webinar as ISO 41000 series.
Yes.
Because we understand that there are many documents under 41000. So 41001 is only one document, but there are some more on it. So can you give us a more detail on the entire pictures, what's inside of ISO 41000?
Okay, let's dig this again. Oops, sorry, I need to share my screen so that you can actually see the documents and its titles. Yeah. Okay, let me just go here. Okay, so this is us before just now. So I'm going to move us aside. Come on, Pavi, move aside.
Mhm.
Okay. So this document, the ISO 41000 series, consists of 6 documents at this moment,
Mm.
as of 2022. And next year, we will have one more document that will be published. Now, starting off with the series number 41000 series, yeah, which is on the backdrop of this talk.
Mm.
Okay, and then we have ISO 41011. That's all about vocabulary. Now, why do you use vocabulary? Simple. If you do not speak a common language that's understood by all the facilities management community, then what happens is that when you go from one site to another site, or probably working from one client to go and work in another client, your language may not be understood. Of course, your day-to-day language is understood, but your technical language, it's not understood. So to bring uniformity throughout the world, we came up with a vocabulary.
Yeah,
So the
it's
vocabulary,
it's a qualities from the country to country as well.
yes, and things changes. In some place they say client, some place they say customer, some place they say, oh, they don't pay. How do we call them a customer? Or some they don't pay, but they enjoy the benefit. They make a demand.
Yeah.
You know, so this is where we came up with specific terminologies such as demand organization. Because in a demand organization, in an organization, somebody influences the decision, somebody puts up the request, somebody approves it, somebody buys it. Yeah. So the whole organization is involved in procuring the service. Yeah. So that is the reason why we decided to use the terminology demand organization, but not client. Okay. Now, the other document that was published, okay, so 41011 was published in 2017. Then we published 41012. This is my favorite document, one of my favorite document. It talks about strategic sourcing and development of agreements, FM agreements, SLAs. Okay. So in this document, it clearly tells you the difference between a contract and an SLA. Yeah. So in my workshop here in Malaysia, I always ask my client, what's the difference between contract and an agreement? They might sound the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I come over there one day for a workshop to support you guys, I'll teach you what's the difference between an agreement and a contract. Yeah. Okay. Then we published a technical report called ISO 41013, which is scope, key concepts, and benefits. Now, this document is a reference document that helps people to understand how to develop scope. Yeah, your FM scope. When you go for certification, how to determine your scope. Otherwise, what they might accidentally do is name all the activities that they do: cleaning, cutting grass, cleaning, landscaping, cafeteria management, repairing of electrical and mechanical systems. All those yada 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 1,000 things over there as their scope. No, it doesn't work that way. So the standard teaches you how to put the scope spot on into your certification. And key concepts, FM models, types of FM models. We heard about IFM, TFM, yeah, but have you heard about intelligent client model? Have you heard about PFI models, PPP FM models? So there are various models in the industry, and we need to develop the entire infrastructure based on these models. So 41013 explains that. And we published 41001 in 2018. This is the management system standard with requirements with guidance for use. Meaning that if you have a certification body comes and tells you, oh, you must only refer to 41001, the rest you don't have to refer. No, you have to refer to the rest of the documents for you to understand how to build the whole system, the whole management infrastructure based on the guidance of 41001. Remember that we are dealing with contracts, millions or probably hundreds of thousands baht or dollars worth of contracts. But if you do not have that suitable document, which is 41012, to guide you how to manage your contracts, it will not work, my friend. Yeah. So 41001 was published in 2018, and in 2020 we published 41014. That is on FM strategy. Now let me tell you this: all the clients that I've met through my workshop, I asked them, do you have a strategy? Are you working with a strategy? Am I working with a strategy? No, sir, you don't have a strategy. Great, you don't have a strategy. Where did the policy come from? We have a lot of policies. So people do not understand what should come first. So the standard gives you the guidance, how to create the FM strategy and fit into that PDCA cycle that we all talk about.
Right.
Okay. And then in 2022, this year, sometime around September, we published this last document at the bottom of this, which is the FM policy. So a lot of people will have a one single page called policy. No, that's not your policy. That's not your FM policy. It's just a policy statement.
Yes. It's different than the organization policy, though.
Yes, totally different. So for FM policy, in my experience, being a consultant at the same time helping clients to develop the FM policy, the document could come as thick as this. Full description of the policies. Yeah. Okay, so right now we are developing 41015. This document, I'm one of the co-authors of 41015, as well as 41012. Okay, besides 41001. So this document is about how you transform or influence human behavior or organization behavior for a better facility outcome. This document will help promote interdependence, engagement, partnership between the greater organization for one common purpose, that is for better facility outcome, and finance department can see the justification of spending money. Since so is the CEO. And we are developing 41016. This is on FM technology. It's a reference document about what are the technologies will be involved in FM. How do we use this? What's the purpose? And then 41017 is on emergency preparedness. We faced COVID. Now from a pandemic, some countries has gone to an endemic. Yeah. So if there's such kind of challenge from an organization perspective or a national perspective, so the standard has some guidance to help FM organization to manage the emergency. So besides endemics, it also provides you guidance on emergency response planning, business continuity management, and resilience.
So 41015, 16, and 17 is not done yet, right?
Not yet. So it is still under development, these three documents here.
It's going to be coming soon, later on, like maybe...
Oh, yes. It will be probably next year or the following year, depending on its availability. Okay. And the other document two other documents that we are developing is a technical report on the role of FM in sustainability and resilience. Now, we are talking about UNSDG. We are talking about the ESG, about it. So this document is actually provides you to how to align your FM performance or your FM organization with the UNSDG goals. That is a big plus point for any big companies who are going international business. So FM is there to further support and provide that necessary engagement for the core business to be successful in nailing that UNSDG. And finally, in development, we have 41030. That is on performance management and measurement of FM organization. So these are the documents kit that has been published and is under development at the moment. So we are going to be very, very busy with this. And you can see the last number is 41030. We are at 41019. So we have another 11 more documents to come. All because, don't blame it on me, because FM is a FM is a multidiscipline function. Because of that nature, That's why we have so many documents coming up to help FM managers, FM organization, FM professionals, or FM service providers to come up with the best service delivery performance that they could imagine of.
Are you scaring the audience right now? Because you already show like more than 10 documents only for one standard.
Don't worry about those documents. Those other documents are reference documents to make your life even better.
Yeah. But anyway, 41001 is skeletons.
Yes, that is the skeleton. Okay. Yeah, the foundation.
And then the muscle.
Yes, that's the foundation.
From the other document that form the FM as a single organization. So if everyone can
as
align
well as your correct, as well as your national standards, your organization standards, your industry standards, those things will fit into to build the muscles, the veins, the skin, and the outlook to become complete. If you do not have a solid skeleton, the rest will all fall.
That's true.
So you're
that's
right.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is, a lot of people ask like if they are interested to have that ISO 41001 certified in the company, what do they have to do?
Okay, first of all, if you are interested to have this standard, I would suggest is you should attend an awareness workshop on the standard. Get a trainer who understands, who are able to advise you holistically about the standard, so you will have a very clear picture of what needs to be done. Step 2, build a business proposal or a case study for your boss to approve, more like a business proposal, or the top management to approve, because they don't know about this. You know about this, so you must tell them, look here, dear CEO, if we do not have the standard, we have exposed our organization knowingly to various risks. So therefore, to mitigate risk, we have to come up with a standard. So they might even ask why 9001 is not good enough. Then the knowledge that you gain from the workshop will allow you to inform him why it's not good enough. We need this one more standard, which is very crucial. Okay. The second, after you have submitted your business case or your proposal, it's approved, get a certification body. Okay, to come and do a pre-certification audit. So they will do a pre-certification audit in your organization, and they'll tell you these are the gaps that exist. One of the main things that they will ask you, have you attended a awareness workshop? If you say yes, you have attended an awareness workshop, well done. Then you would know what are the documents that you have to develop. So if you do not know, or you don't have the time, or you need support, engage a consultant who knows what he's doing, to provide you to reach your objectives. Then once you have prepared the necessary documents, manage this forms your management system, you'll have a second audit. The second audit is a surveillance audit, which they will overview the whole thing after improvement, and they will come and look at it and say, okay, now tick box, tick box, tick box. You have now completed all the documents that you need.
Probably surveillance audits is only done when we pass the first stage, right? So we already obtained the certificate at the first.
No, you have 2 audits before you'll get a certificate. This is the second audit I'm talking about. So the second audit, they'll come and see whether you have completed all the gaps. So it's done, checklist. Then a certification body will provide you a certificate saying that, okay, now you comply to ISO 41001's requirements, and this will be your scope at the end of the day. So once you have achieved that, you can do 2 ways. Either you practice it to really demonstrate the leadership that you want to show to the whole world, make yourself a reference for others, or you can just hang it on the wall and don't follow, life goes on, which is fine. Then the second round is when at the end of the certification's lifespan, the process takes the cycle. First audit,
Yeah.
second audit, and they'll go about it. Yeah.
And then if we do nothing about that, we will fail at the end, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
The organization will fail
We fail. Mm.
tremendously.
So that's how it's go. It's go by the circle.
Yes.
Planning, doing, and then checking, and then improving. They have to go around circle and circle, make things better performance, better qualities. Things are tight and firm, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Continuous improvement, we call it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. I think I want to pause my question now, and I want to turn it to the audience question. So I like the audience. If you have anything to ask, you can go ahead and then type on the chat box, and then we will take it up to ask for our guests. But anyway, while we are waiting for someone to give us some question on the chat box, I do have some question on hand. Some audience has been to us. So let me give you one. The first question: what type of organization are suitable for this standard? I think we already saying a lot of organization, hotels, department stores, right?
I'll add one more. If you have money, go for it. If you don't have money, don't bother going for it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But that's also true. If you have ISO standard, it will cost some more money. But of course, the quality is up many-fold, and then the risk is very minimized into the level that we want to. So that's true. Anybody who apply for ISO, not only 41,000, I think anything, right? It's going to be cost a little bit more.
Investment. A little bit of investment. Yeah.
Okay, next one. What is a real benefit in practice for organization using ISO 41001 standard? Do you have any specific sample?
At this moment, it is still new because we only launched the standard in 2018. Organizations started to pick up in 2019, and during the COVID situation, most of the workplaces were shut down. So there is no actual reports or statistics to answer the question. But I think next year we might have, Kate, because we are going to do an interview session with some of the organizations that has already been certified, and we will compile those interview and publish that in YouTube under ISO 267's committee page. And probably then people will share the benefits that they have. And in Malaysia, I've seen few organizations that already obtained the certification. Some were badly advised by some parties when they engaged me as their consultant or their trainer. After the 2 days training session, they went out with their ears in smoke, or smoke's coming out from their ears. They said that, Pavi, nobody have explained to us in this detail about how to use the standard. Now we clearly understand why we really need the standard and how is it going to transform the entire perspective of FM in our organization. So that was the feedbacks that I've received after people engaging and getting to know about the standard. So again, the data are not there, so my apologies. I'm not able to provide you now, but definitely in the years to come, we will have concrete data about an answer for this question.
Okay, good. The next question say, can we apply ISO 41001 to manage the community housings or condominiums?
Yes, you can.
And how they can do that?
Simple. I'm not sure in Thailand how it works, but in Malaysia, there are big companies like Knight Frank. They do property management. They take up the contracts from the client to manage these residential buildings, commercial buildings, we call it strata titles here. And besides the collection of fees, managing the funding, advertising the space, advertising the buying and selling, negotiating the building price, they provide the FM services as part of the package. So to execute these services, the client, if they are aware of it, of the standard, will definitely ask them, okay, so what standard do you subscribe for in order for you to manage my facilities? If they say 9001, if the client is aware about 9001, the difference between 9001 and 41000, they will definitely raise your question is 9001 is the previous standard for FM. Why aren't you not using the latest one? So you need to use the right tool at the right time. For a simple example, analogy kit. A computer is a computer, but if you use a computer that was developed in the 1990s or year 2000, it cannot sustain to the environmental pressure it has today.
They could run no game.
You can't play a game. You can't have this. Because the memory, the RAM is a different size. Exactly. So you need to have the right tool to meet, the demand of the environment, the demand of the current situations. So 41000, in a simple analogy, it is the tool for the current time.
So basically, if the condominiums would like to have the ISO 41001, even they don't have that standard, they can hire someone who have it.
Yes, they could hire somebody who has it.
So they can expect the better quality at the end, right?
Yes. So you have a management committee for a high-rise residential. When they advertise for a management company to manage their facilities, they could put a requirement. An organization with ISO 41001 is preferred. Then whoever the service provider in the market who has 41000, he has the advantage.
That's right. Okay, let's move on to the next questions. Would this standard help to ensure the service provider performance on the labor sufficiencies and the qualities of work? And they said normally they always face the labor shortage with a poor quality of service.
I think that. Okay, I think to answer the question is it's a bit difficult because the standard is not the solution for labor shortage in a short-term perspective, but from a long-term perspective, it will provide you the right strategies. It will not say provide, it will help you to plan the right strategies to overcome these shortages. How do you do that? A simple example, how many organizations outside there, FM organizations, actually have a industry academia relationship? Build on that relationship, build your human capital from there and establish. You may ask, our biggest problem is cleanings and, the technical work, gardening. You go to the association. The association will work with the government, addressing these matters, industry matters, through the association to the government, saying that, look, we need additional manpowers. We do not have that. So can you provide us the channel that we can bring workforce from other countries into Thailand and support? Or there could be possibilities if you want to, example, go for the cleaning company because they are very labor-centric. You want to invest into technology, robots, for that sake. In Malaysia, it's happening, robots. So for you to install robots as a workforce, you may need additional investment. So the government needs to understand and then provide them these financial facilities, probably with low interest or something that backed up by the government to enable the service providers to invest into technology and help the industry. So with the standard, you have a guideline on how to plan for the future, why you need to plan for the future, and it's part of that management process.
Is there any requirement in the standards to provide the plan for the resource?
Yes, you must come up with your plans. Yeah, you need to have an FM plan.
At least if the company is certified for ISO 41000, they must have a plan itself inside their management system. So whatever happened, like the labor shortage, they always have like a plan to do this.
Spot on, kid. Spot on.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I think that's answer the question, by the way. The next question is, what is the highest risk factors encountering the FM management system? They probably are asking us on the risk factor. What is it?
Okay. Three main risks, as I mentioned. One, risk on finance, risk on health and safety, and then the risk on service delivery, consistency in service delivery. Now, among these three, I would rank health and safety as number one. Okay, you may have ISO 45000 in place, but ISO 41000 goes hand in glove together with ISO 41000 in facility management. Yeah, that's where most of the activities are related related to electricity, related to mechanical systems, related to people's movement, and this is the number one factor. Financial related risk is about insurance. You're maintaining this building, but if you don't have a standard, it's an open risk to the insurance premium of the building, of the site, of the workplace, of the people. So to mitigate this risk, you need to have the standard in place so that you have a better control on what you are actually managing. And finally, performance-based risk is if you can provide consistency in your service delivery, just like a factory that produces a product. So these are the key three.
So if you already have a 41,000, do you still need to have a 45,000 for safety? Because seems like a 41,000 also cover that kind of safety issue.
Depends on the client's requirements. If your client said that you need to have 45,000, yes, you should have 45,000.
45,000 is more like your own operation, your safety for your own people operation. But 41,000 is safety for the user. So maybe it's a different term of perspective though.
No, I'm sorry. 41,000 is not safety for the user. 41,000 actually delivers 45,000 through FM services, FM related activities, about safe workplace, providing a healthy environment. But health and safety is slightly more different. It talks about mental health. It talks about physical health, building health, talks about people's health, behavior related to people's health. So it's slightly different, but it complements one another. So whether you need 45 when you have already 41, it all depends on your management decision.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. They said, okay, this one we already answered that. If you want the 35,000 for certified ISO 41001, how do we do? Okay, we already answered that. Okay, this one say how ISO 41001 is implementing in Malaysia. So you can give
yes, I can share a little bit here. It is being demanded at the moment. I just finished providing two different type of training for the FM organization that is managing the Petronas Twin Towers. One is the awareness workshop and also the internal auditor workshop. So people are demanding it because there's demand from top management, there's demand from their clients. concerning about the quality of service that they are providing. So they say they have 9001, but with 9001, you're not meeting to my expectation. So please look into if there's any other standard in the market that you can adopt and do a better job. So client looked into 41,000. They went and searched ISO standard for facility management. Pop, it comes up 41,001. So the demand is picking up for various type. I did a workshop for a hospital chain. They have about 28 hospitals in Malaysia. The leadership wants to have this standard because of how they want to maintain and manage, operate and maintain these facilities. And they want to make it as a reference to other parties. So the demand is picking up from various sectors at the moment.
How many organization has been certified for 41,000 in Malaysia?
In Malaysia alone, I think about 15 to 20 organizations now, as far as I'm aware of. There are more coming into the picture gradually. Most of them are from the internal FM organizations.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and service providers are also adopting to it, because if you are an internal FM organization with 41,001, you can actually demand your service providers in the industry to have the standard. So if you don't have the standard, don't come and bid for a contract with us.
No, I think it's a ideal deal if both sides carry their own 41,000.
Yep.
Even the organization that are demanding organization who has a FM department, but they outsource the entire operation or partial operation to the other side, and each of them have a 41,000. So they're speaking in the same language.
Same language, absolutely. So you will have a better total service produced by the FM organization.
I see. Okay, good. Next one say, what is the most important to implement ISO 41,000 in both new and existing project? They're talking about the old and new project. What is the difference?
Okay, speak about project. I would say people are looking into buildings. Yeah, but this is not a building-centric standard. It's an organization standard, people-centric standard. So it doesn't matter whether if it's a new finished project that you are operating or an old project that you took over because your boss bought that building. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it is the FM organization that requires this standard. So if they're not managing any buildings for the time being, don't worry. Suddenly you might have various type of sites or built environments. It can be a football stadium. It can be an airport. You may even be given a university. Various type of facilities, but you'll not stray away from how to manage this to the expectation of an international standard. So my call is, if you want to demonstrate the services, the FM organizations in Thailand, as good as any international FM organization, this is the key. There's no other standard.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's a new or old project. It's the system.
Doesn't matter.
It's a managing system itself. Very good.
It's the driver.
This one say, is it important to certify 41,000? Is it mandatory in Thailand? I think I can answer this one. It's not mandatory. It's voluntary, just like any ISO management system. But I think for the organization who has who had this standard, it's a self-declaration that they would like to perform well in that areas. Okay, I think you're committing yourselves to be good man. Let's say this way, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I have some of the question. Let me see if we have any question here. Not yet. I have some question. FM is a multidisciplinary service. How difficult to implement all kinds of service to align with one standard framework.
Okay, to answer the question,
Yeah.
no offense, ask your wife or ask your mother. How do you manage everything in this house? You manage father, you have to manage us, you have to manage the house, the kitchen, the dog, the cat, the marketing.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
You
Mother
know?
can do everything.
She is the best facility manager.
Yeah.
She doesn't need any certificate. Oh my goodness. To answer that, there's no one method fits all. There's no perfection. We learn day by day, every day, as time evolves, technology evolves. FM is a science. When I was interviewed in Madrid, Spain in 2017, and in the interview, I still remember, I told them that facility management evolves. Yeah, it is never a fixed form. It's a science, and we have to be prepared for it, no matter what. Yeah.
That's great. That's very good. So, okay, I think we are running to the end of the seminars. I think we probably can wrap up the webinars right now. Today we heard a lot of things from Pavis, and then he talked a lot about the documents. He talked about how the standard can be applied to many organizations. We heard about risk mitigation. We talk about managing performance. We talk about managing contract, how to manage the performance of the service providers, and a lot of things. Okay, if people want to hear more, you can watch the rerun that we're gonna post on the YouTube later on. So Pavi is planning to have a workshop, online workshop, whatever, in Thailand. So maybe if anyone who watching this webinar or even reruns, you can take a look at TFMA information. We will keep posting if we arrange anything for the future to come, for the training itself. So, hey, Pavi, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for giving such a very good information. Oh, by the way, I think we have someone's, sorry for interruption. Could you please send the presentation file to me in email? Okay, Pavi, can you pass on to me, and then I give.
Yes, I'll share with you.
Okay, that's good. All right, no, don't worry. We will pass on, and then okay. So now we will come to the end of the webinar, which I would like to say in Thai. Okay. ต้องก่อนที่จะจากกันวันนี้นะครับก็ผมขออนุญาตให้ทุกท่านที่อยู่ในห้องตอนนี้ครับช่วยกันทำตัวแบบฟอร์มนะครับการประเมินนะครับแล้วก็จะมีคำถามอยู่5ข้อเท่านั้นเองนะครับขออนุญาตทุกท่านไปที่แชทบ็อกซ์นะครับแล้วก็คลิกเลยนะครับแล้วก็ช่วยทำนิดหนึ่งนะครับเราจะได้รู้ว่าเราควรจะมีตัวของเทรนนิ่งหรือเปล่านะครับหรือว่าเรายังไม่พร้อมที่จะทำนะครับถ้าเราได้ฟังความคิดของทุกท่านเราจะได้ประเมินได้ถูกนะครับแล้วก็สำหรับท่านที่ดูรีรันนะครับผมก็จะเอาตัวลิงก์นี่นะครับใส่ไว้ที่ตัวคอมเมนต์นะครับทุกท่านสามารถที่จะคลิกแล้วก็กรอกฟอร์มที่ได้นะครับเพราะว่าเราจะใช้เวลาประเมินกันสักนิดหนึ่งนะครับก่อนที่จะตัดสินใจว่าจะทำตัวเวิร์กช็อปหรือว่าการทำเทรนนิ่งในเรื่องของ ISO 41001นี้หรือเปล่านะครับก็ขอความร่วมมือกับทุกท่านนะครับเพราะว่าจริงๆแล้วคงถามใครไม่ได้จริงๆก็ต้องมาจากท่านที่ร่วมฟังแล้วก็ท่านที่สนใจในการฟังการบรรยายในครั้งนี้นะครับก็เช่นเดียวกับการจัดงานทุกครั้ง นะครับในการก่อนการจบการบรรยายนะครับคณะผู้จัดก็ขอกราบอัญเชิญพระบรมราโชวาทของพระบาทสมเด็จพระเจ้าอยู่หัวรัชกาลที่9นะครับเพื่อเป็นคติและขวัญกำลังใจให้กับพวกเราทุกคนในวาระดิถีขึ้นปีใหม่พุทธศักราช 2566 ที่จะมาถึงนี้นะครับความว่าความสงบภายในหรือจิตใจที่ปลอดโปร่งจากสิ่งรบกวนนี้สำคัญมากควรจะทำให้มีขึ้นเพราะผู้ที่มีจิตใจสงบจะใช้ความคิดพิจารณาของตนได้อย่างกว้างขวางและถูกต้องดีขึ้นความคิดที่ประกอบด้วยความสงบมีศักยภาพสูงอาจนำไปใช้คิดอ่านสร้างสรรค์สิ่งที่จะอำนวยความสุขความเจริญก้าวหน้าตลอดจนชื่อเสียงเกียรติคุณอันเป็นสิ่งที่แต่ละคนปรารถนาให้สำเร็จผลได้พระราชดำรัสของพระบาทสมเด็จพระบรมชนกาธิเบศรมหาภูมิพลอดุลยเดชมหาราชบรมนาถบพิตรพระราชทานแด่ประชาชนชาวไทยในโอกาสขึ้นปีใหม่พุทธศักราช 2530 วันนี้ผมและทีมงานและพาวีนะครับขอลาไปก่อนนะครับสวัสดีปีใหม่ทุกท่านนะครับขอให้ทุกคนมีความสุขครับ Happy New Year and goodbye Pavi goodbye everyone
Goodbye, kid. Thank you all. See you and goodbye.